If you suspect someone is suicidal, the important thing is to ask. Not ask, hey, how you feeling? Ask directly. Hey, I've noticed a change in your mood lately. Have you ever been thinking about dying or not being here? You don't have to use the word suicide. If you use the word suicide, people usually deny it because it's just kind of a heavy word. But have you been thinking about not being here? Or have you been thinking about or having any thoughts of death and dying? That kind of makes it a little bit more approachable for them to answer. It's more of an open-ended question. Then saving space for them to answer it, because that's a hard thing to answer if it's true. So not filling the space with chatter. It's okay if you do, just sitting back and giving them space to answer. Sometimes it's just a sheepish nod. Sometimes it's a yeah, but giving them the space to answer that question and say, and not freaking out when you hear the answer. Just at that point, reaching out, hand on the shoulder, I'm here with you. Thank you for sharing that with me. I care so much about you. And so in that moment, you're with them. You're connecting with them. In my practice, what I see is when somebody says it out loud, it almost kind of grounds them how real it is. You can get lost in your head and lost in your thoughts. But when you say something out loud, it kind of almost shocks that person of, whoa, I am thinking about dying. Whoa, that is a big deal. And that kind of helps them take a moment and pause and think about how they're thinking. So sometimes just them talking about it and having the question asked is so key. And then that presence, I'm with you, I care about you, this is not freaking me out, is so key too. So they know, oh wait, this person knows and they care. And they're not making a big deal out of it. They're not, blowing it out of proportion. Next, you really need to know, is this just passing thoughts, or is there really a plan? And is there really a means? That's something we assess for in counseling. A plan is how they will do it. And so the next question I'll ask after I show caring and compassion and presence is, have you thought about how it might happen? Do you have a vision of what it might be? And then again, sitting back and letting them talk about it. Sometimes it's no, ooh, I don't think so. I couldn't do that. Then that's information for you. But it's, yeah, my thoughts are, ... fill in the blank here. That's when it is time to make sure they're not alone and get them support immediately. And then if there's a means, the means is how they might actually do it. So if they say, I want to overdose on something, or if I want to use this weapon, do they have access to that weapon? Do they actually have one? Do they actually have whatever they want to overdose on? And so if there's a means, then that's even higher of a warning sign. Definitely make sure that means is no longer in their environment. If someone's even slightly thinking about this, they need to be in the care of a professional, a counselor and a psychiatrist. If you want to see a video on what the difference between a counselor and psychiatrist is, please, you can click right here. A counselor is who will sit with you and talk with you. A psychiatrist is medication, a thorough assessment. You'll need both if they're thinking that way, because there's usually some form of depression involved and that needs to be medically treated. Last thing I'll say is remember to take care of yourself. When you love someone who is thinking like this, it is heartbreaking. It's like your whole body will hurt when someone's going through something like this that you care about, because you're scared and you love them. And the idea that they're in this much pain, that they're thinking this way, is heartbreaking. And you don't want anything bad to happen to them. So this is also a time when you need to take care of yourself. When you're sitting with somebody and talking to them about suicide, something as big and heavy as suicide, you are there for them. You're a container for them. But when you're done, when you're not with them, when they're with somebody else, or it's the end of the night and you're laying in bed, that's when you kind of need to have space for you, for your emotion, how you feel about this. This is a big deal. And you need to give yourself space for that. You don't need to be strong for somebody else 100% of the time, because you will burn out and you will wear out and you won't be able to be there for them later. And so it's important to take time for yourself, make sure they're with somebody else, give yourself a break, go out to eat, go on a walk, catch your breath, take a long bath, whatever you need to do to kind of and give yourself permission to do that self-care. I hope this video was helpful. If any way we can support you, please let us know. Our contact information is below, and there's a link for you to sign up for us to call you when it's convenient for you is there as well. See more of these videos, please push the subscribe button. Also, please share this with others because you never know who may be struggling in silence. You never know who this could help next. Thanks. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.